Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. In this one, we're talking about the NBA for Tuesday, May 21st. We got Celtics Pacers first game. Also, a video on the channel I just uploaded is a preview of sports betting for the conference finals and finals. If you want to check that one out after this. Also, if you want more picks, I do post more in the private Discord here, MLB, all sports, more NBA picks. So definitely get over here, check it out. We have 5+ other cappers giving out picks in here, not just me. We can see another one over here, Volo posting his picks. Finity posts a ton of MLB picks. So Radrick absolutely crushing it with the PGA picks. So definitely get over here and check out the private Discord. It's less than $1 per day to get over here and get more picks from these 5+ cappers. You can see some of the big wins over here in the Discord. Less than $1 per day. So we'll see you over in the private Discord for more picks. And you can see how we're getting all those big wins, covering all sports over there. So definitely check it out. Let's get into this one now. For the first pick, going to the hottest pick, Jrue Holiday over 12.5 points. And I like this one for a few reasons. Jrue Holiday, we could take a look at him over on Outlier, which is a great tool for player prop research. I use it every single day. They have a free 7-day trial. If you click that link down below, you can take advantage of that and see if you want to use it for yourself. But I'll show you guys how I use it in this video. Holiday here over 12.5. He only has a 47% hit rate on the season for this one. He's hit it in his last 3 games, and we could see on the season averaging 33 minutes per game. And the last 2 games, he's played 41 and 43 minutes. Game before that, 37. So definitely an increase in minutes in the playoffs, especially without Kristaps, which we'll get to in a minute. But a cool thing you do on Outlier is you're going to only look at games where Holiday played at least 35 minutes, because I think he's going to play at least 35 in this one. And that's a 65% hit rate when he plays that many minutes. Another thing you could do is look at games that he's played without Kristaps Porzingis. This jumps up to a 62% hit rate in games without Porzingis this year. Indiana does give up a good amount of points, 27th in the league. They play at a faster pace than Cleveland. So I am liking Celtics in this one to score more points. So going to overs on a lot of their guys here. We can see that this one is set at a 221.5 point total, which is fairly high, 10.5 point spread. So that really implies that Boston's going to score 116 or 115. In their last 4 games, Boston hasn't scored more than 113. And then in the first series, they only scored more than 114 in 1 game. So just 2 games in the playoffs so far, they've scored their projected total in this one or more. So they do expect to score more points in this game, which is another reason that I'm going to Holiday here over on the points of 12.5. Then we're going to just stick with Boston. We're going to go to Tatum here, and we're going to take him over on 2.5 point threes. And for Tatum, 2.5 threes is something he was hitting pretty consistently during the regular season, and especially last year. Has not been hitting it recently. He's been pretty cold from shooting behind the arc, but this is a new series, going to be faster paced. He should be getting more looks in this one. So I'm going to go to Tatum here. I think that a lot of people are shying away from this one because he hasn't hit it in his last 10, really. If you look at just his last 10, he's hit it in 1 of his last 10 games, coming off that three-pointer game in their last one against Cleveland, but before that was 0 for 9. So I do think that there is some recency bias with this one, but on the season, 48% hit rate, right about 50%. If we take out the last 10 games, this is well over a 50% hit rate on the season for Tatum. If we look at last year, 2022, this was a 60% hit rate for Jason Tatum on this many threes, and I'm liking it in this matchup. So I'm going to go to Tatum here over on 2.5 threes. Like I said, I do like Boston in this one to score a good amount of points with that high projected total. Also going to go to Jaylen Brown here. I think it's going to be a big game for Brown and Holiday, and I think Tatum will hit the 3-point mark here. Not sure if he'll get to his points mark, which is around 30, which seems a bit high. But for Brown, I'm going to go to him at a 24.5 here. I think that Brown has been hitting this one pretty consistently in the playoffs in these closer games. So looking at him on the season, only a 44% hit rate. Obviously a huge bump in minutes in the playoffs in close games. He's playing like 40 minutes a night. So you got to look at games where he's played like at least 38 minutes and then he's at a 58% hit rate. And in this matchup, in this game, I'm liking Brown to go over this one again. He's definitely been streaky, but I like this matchup for him, and I think he's going to hit this points mark. And for Brown, looking at last season, he was hitting this at a 62% hit rate. So I think he can improve on his scoring in this game and have a big one. For the next pick, we're coming over here to OddsJam, which does have a free trial as well. And if you use that link down below, you'll get a discount if you want to keep using it. So check that out if you want to see how this works. But basically what it is they give you player props from Prizepicks, Underdog, whatever you're playing on, and they compare it to what other sportsbooks have. So one of their top picks here is going to be TJ McConnell over on his 4.5 assists. And all these sportsbooks have the lines as pretty favored for this one to hit. The worst odds here is DraftKings at minus 125, but then you got like FanDuel at minus 142, Flip minus 145, minus 134. So a lot of these sites are really liking it. So they give this one a pretty good percent chance to hit based on lines from the accumulation of these different sportsbooks. So I think it's a good pick as well for TJ McConnell. So we're going to head and lock in that OddsJam pick here, and then we'll take a look at it over on Outlier as well. If we look at him over on the 4.5 assists, on the season it's already a 61% hit rate, but McConnell has been playing a good amount of minutes as of late. We could see last game he played 23 minutes, game before that just 16, but then 19, 20, 19, 22, 22, 22. So I think he's going to play at least 16. I would think even more, but I think we can lock him in for at least 16. And when he plays at least 16 minutes, this is a 74% hit rate for McConnell over 4.5 assists. It is a tough matchup in this one. They're still projected for like 106 points in this game. But, even if he just gets 18 minutes, it's an 80% hit rate and a large sample size of 49 games. So I'm liking this one for McConnell as well from OddsJam. Going to go ahead and lock that one in. Then we're going to go to another Pacer pick. We're going to go to Obi Toppin, who saw, I think, the least amount of minutes that he did last season. We're going to over on the points. Last game, I think I said last season. So 7.5. It's a 61% hit rate, just like TJ McConnell on his assists on the season. But Toppin, again, looking at the minutes. Last game he played just 15 minutes. That was the least that he has played since game 1 of the Milwaukee series. So I think we could see at least 16 in this one for Toppin, maybe more. And I think they're going to need his offense and athleticism against Boston in this one, who has a lot of wing athletes out there, and Jaylen Brown and Tatum. So I think he'll match up pretty well with them just because he's big and athletic, like Tatum and Brown kind of. So I think he could play like closer to 20 minutes. And, when he plays 16 minutes, it's a 70% hit rate for Toppin on the season. And then if he gets up to 21 minutes, which I think is possible in this game, he's played that in 40 games this year. He's an 85% hit rate for Toppin on 7.5 points. So going to go to him as well for Indiana. So if you guys want more picks, you can see all these big wins over in the Discord. One of our newest cappers here, Never Quit, with a nice 4-pick hit. I post more picks in here, MLB, NHL, all sports as well. And we have a ton of guys over here posting from all sports. 5+ cappers over here. It's less than $1 per day to get in there. So we'll see you guys over in the Discord. Also, be sure to check out this video about these different sports betting lines you could take for the NBA Conference Finals matchups and the NBA Finals odds right here. So check that one out right here. We'll see you guys over in the Discord. Subscribe to the channel.